All right. How are you going to get to use Zillow to make the most money? Well, all right. You already know my feelings on Zillow, and yet it exists, and you might as well know how to use it, okay? And there's no one who's showing you how to use it. They're not in the business to show you how to use it. It's not what they do. They sell advertising to realtors. I'll show you what that looks like. But here's how you use Zillow to get the most money. First, you want to make sure it's accurate, okay? So you enter your street address, put in my home address. Here we go. My home's already in there. And then you want to make sure that every piece of information is accurate in there. Why? Because if your Zestimate is low, look, first of all, they're wildly inaccurate, okay? Even when they're accurate, they're inaccurate because they're not comparing your house really to any other house. I mean, I live on Vashon Island, and they'll compare my house to Tacoma and Burien because it's within a mile. Except that's wacky because no one is shopping like, oh, I don't care if I live in Tacoma, Burien, or Vashon. That's not how that works. So you can't really use it to value your house, but buyers are going to look at it. So you want to get that Zestimate as high as you can. Forget about whether it's accurate. If you're selling your home, you want to get that thing as high as you can so that when you do sell it, the buyer that thinks this thing is real will think they got a bargain. So there you go. All right. So how do you do that? Go to your house on Zillow. Go to Edit Facts right there. And here we go. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, really? Really? Sign in. I've already signed in, so it will ask you to verify you. Usually it'll ask you to verify whether or not this is your home, and you'll just have to verify that it's your home. So you want to make sure that all this information is correct. When I first did this, it wasn't correct because it's never really correct. You want to make sure the beds are right, the baths are right, the fit or square feet is right, the lot size is right, the year built. You want to make sure that all that information is correct in there. Okay, if there's a basement, if there's an HOA, you want to make sure all that's right. And then all the room details. You want to make sure that everything that you have is listed because they're going to use that in terms of their valuation. Okay, rarely is all this stuff correct. Okay, this had us baseboard before we did this, things like that. So it didn't have us with having skylights. You want to make sure that everything in here is accurate. So take the time to look through it and make sure that all of this is accurate. And when you get it accurate, you just go all the way down to the bottom, okay? You press save, and that will have your home value be accurate. Now, if you're selling your home and you're going to sell it on Zillow, like you're going to go for sale by owner, let's show you how to do that, okay? First of all, there's a couple of tricks that you definitely want to use. Some of it's brand new too, okay? So we're going to go back. We're going to go back to when you go to listing your home. You won't list. If you're going to list with an agent, the agent will handle this part. But if you're going to list for yourself, you're going to set your price, okay? Now, to set your price, I highly recommend you get 3 realtors to give you valuations of your home. Please, this is really important. And if you really want to read about it, I'll send you a copy of my book. Okay, we go over this in the book extensively. It's super important that you not just think, well, my neighbor sold for this. Don't do that. You don't really know the upgrades your neighbor had. It's really rare that you, as a non-professional, someone who doesn't do this all the time, can get a solid read on what buyers are paying today. It's critical, especially now that the market has shifted, that you get professional input on this. And I really do think that if you can't find 3 realtors to give you a free CMA, a comparative market analysis, free pricing, then you're not looking very hard because that's really all agents do, and they do it as a service. And I would do it for anyone. You know, you should be able to find 3 people to do it and use their valuations. Please don't just go off the top of your head. Like I said, if you're interested, I'll send you a copy of my book. There's a whole chapter just on pricing your home because it's so important. All right. So you set the price. Then this thing with 3D homes is great. Okay, get the app for your iPhone. Okay, and then follow the instructions and get a 3D walkthrough of your home. It will make a world of difference posting it on Zillow. Okay, it's super easy to use. You upload it. I'm not doing it on my home because I'm not selling my home, but you can do this, and it's really, they wind up looking just fabulous. Okay, for photos, that you use your iPhone for. Okay, for your photos, do not use your iPhone. Spend $200 or $300 and get yourself a professional photographer. Clean the house, get landscaping done, get it ready for showing, and get a professional photographer. Get drone photos and get real ones. We provide these for free for all our listings, including the walkthrough. We do all that, video walkthroughs, all that kind of stuff we include. It makes your home look professionally done. It's critical. Where people are going to find you is online, and the pictures need to tell the story. If you use your iPhone, you're going to, God help you, okay? Really, it's not going to end well for you. So I'm happy to give you a referral for a photographer if you're in the Seattle area. $200, $300, $400 max with drone work. If you need drones, that's the max you would spend. Absolutely worth the investment, okay? Get great photos for your home, okay? Then make sure all the facts are in there, everything that, and then open houses. So now open houses really are important the first couple of weeks for sure. You want to get as many buyers in there as possible. And if you priced it correctly, you should get a whole bunch of interest, and you could probably get it sold right away if you priced it correctly, depending on how fast your market is moving. One service that we offer for people is we provide open houses. I'm happy to hold open houses for you. And that way you don't have to interface with all those buyers. They sometimes feel uncomfortable. You certainly don't have to interface with the agents because they're professionals at negotiating, and as soon as they meet you, that looks like fresh meat to them. So I would highly recommend you get a professional to hold your open houses. I would be happy to hold your open house in this area, no charge. If there's a agent on the other side of the transaction, they will get the business, not me. Call me about the details, but definitely schedule yourself for open houses the first 2 weekends. Your own website. If you're interested in getting a free website, I have resources that will get your free property website, so people could go just to your property and look at it. And I'll tell you why that's important in a second. But if you want one of those for free, also a free resource that we provide for our for sale by owner clients, happy to provide that. Back to all this, make sure all this is accurate. Make sure all this is accurate. Add your phone number, super important. I'll show you why. Agree to the terms, hit for sale by owner. Now you're up on Zillow. Now, it's rare, just so you know, I got to be honest with you, it's rare that if someone's selling their home on their own is going to make more money, more money, than using a realtor. There's no statistic that exists that shows that people that sell by themselves net themselves more money, because it doesn't go that way. There's a lot of different pieces involved in that. But if you're committed to it, you're not guaranteed to lose money. You're just statistically not likely to net more money doing it yourself. Just so you know, I studied those statistics. It's really rare that you find one that netted themselves more money. I know everyone thinks just 3% is the big deal, but it doesn't turn out that way. All right. Now, the last thing, I'm just looking at my notes here. Oh, you want to now take a look and see, what does a buyer see? Okay. What does a buyer see when they come look at your property? And this is really important. And this is why a private property website is so important. Because look, let's just look at this first for sale by owner here on the website on Zillow. So if someone goes, oh, 355, one bed, one bath. Okay, let's take a look at this thing. All right, so they call it up on Zillow. Here we go. Drum roll, please. Okay, so first of all, here's someone who doesn't take my advice and used a phone or cheap camera to take pictures. Okay, how much? That's just lovely, right? I mean, could that look less appealing? I don't get it, right? $200, they could have a professional come in. $200 off $355,000, they're going to get cheap there. This is why people don't net more money, because they try and cut corners and do things themselves when no one's looking at this property and going, man, does that look great? And you need people to look at it and go, man, does that look great? Not only does it need to look great, it needs to look better than the professional versions that they're comparing this to. This looks like a yard sale, okay? Most for sale by owners wind up looking like a yard sale. And nobody goes to a yard sale, finds a Rolex, and goes, ooh, I'll pay as much for this as I would in a jewelry store. No one. You find a Rolex at a yard sale, you're expecting to spend a couple $100 because it's a yard sale. It's a freaking yard sale. You got to make your home not look like a yard sale if you're going to get the most money for it. So here's what I wanted you to see. If this is the way it looks to a buyer, they're going to click this button that says get more information. Now watch what happens. And this is critical. This is why you want to have your own website. They're going to punch in their information. There's me. I'll put in my phone number. I'm going to hit contact. All right, who's that going to go to? Whoops. That's going to go to this person, Francis Crowthers. Why? Because Francis pays anywhere between $500 and $3,000 a month to be the first name on that list. This is what Zillow gets paid for. Selling ads to realtors. Look where you are, all the way down here at the bottom, the fourth one with no picture. They are not going to click this and get more information. It's not going to happen. So you need to, in your listing, right here, right, for most up-to-date information, click this link and add the link to your private website. Get them off Zillow. Get them onto your private website. If you want a private website, a private property website, let me know. I'll provide one for free, really no charge. Get them off Zillow, because soon as they do this, get more information, Francis is going to talk to them, and Francis is going to say, oh, $355 for that. Oh, listen, that may work. Let's go see that. Or, you know what? I got these for $345. You want to go take a look at those? Francis is going to go sell them a house. Okay, whether it's your house or not, Francis doesn't work for you. Francis is going to go sell them a house. You want to get them off Zillow as soon as possible. So you put in this section here your phone number, your email, and a property website where there's professional pictures and it really makes a big, big difference. So those are the tips on how to get the most money using Zillow. If you have questions about that, if there's anything I can help you with in anywhere in the Puget Sound, from Tacoma to Everett, from Port Orchard out to Falls City, I would love to help you with that. Free. Listen, this is what I do. I help people. So let me know how I can help you. Let me know. Comment below. If you like this video, it was valuable, subscribe to our website. We got nothing but tips, techniques, market updates, things to help people buy and sell their homes. Hit the little bell so we update a couple times a week. Let me know what I can do for you. Thanks for coming by the channel. Talk to you later.